It is exactly 10 minutes past 3 p.m. right here on a Farmers Media, and this is the Farm Drive Show with me, Conrad Kibe. I'll be taking you through all the way to 5 p.m. And remember, this is a place where we give you all, definitely, we tell you the story of an African farmer. I hope you're doing well this lovely afternoon on the 14th day of April 2021. Definitely, you are following the protocols and observations being given by the Ministry of Health, that is MOH, in terms of COVID-19 and how we can contain this virus. Remember, you need to mask up, wear your mask properly, sanitize when necessary, and definitely, if you're around people, you need to maintain your social distance. And as of today, the Ministry of Interior has announced, on behalf of the government, has announced that the curfew in the 5 red zones will continue until the 29th of May this year. So next 60 days. Remember, if you're in the 5 red zones, Nairobi, Kajiado, Kiambu, Machakos, your curfew begins at 8 p.m. For the rest of the country, it begins at 10 p.m. So make sure you follow the protocols as given and outlined by the Ministry of Health and definitely the World Health Organization. And so today we are having a very, very interesting conversation, a conversation that has been there. You can get this conversation with the community groups, environmentalists, uh, city dwellers, and also gardeners or city planners. This is a conversation that will always be there, and the train has moved. Conversation that is everywhere, but details about that and much more will be coming in your way in a few. But make sure, remember, at the tail end ama katika kipindi cha lala salama, will be having the pan of the day, and at the tail end of this show we'll be giving you the traffic updates, and definitely for the farmers, kuna mvua, will be giving you the weather updates and how the weather looks today and also tomorrow. And so today we are going to explore what we call urban farming, a conversation that in every conference you go for food security or anything pertaining agriculture, this is a conversation you can never miss to hear from every speaker who stands and speak about agriculture or food security. And this is a conversation definitely that you will always get in every conference where you go for food security or anything pertaining agriculture. And this is what we call urban farming. And simply, urban farming is a growing and producing of food and vegetables in a heavily populated town or city. Any city that you are in, Nairobi, Nakuru, Abuja, Lagos, Dodoma, Dar es Salaam, any city, New York, all these cities, as long as it's heavily populated and you are practicing farming in any of these cities, I have news for you. You are actually practicing urban farming. As long as you are in any city, doesn't matter which part of this country, doesn't matter which part of this world or region, you are actually doing urban farming. And this urban farming, just to give you some fun facts about urban farming, is by the end of year 2050, 67% of the world's population will be living in cities. Yeah, that small town that you're calling a growing town, probably in the next 28 to 29 years, will be a city, and 67% of the world's population will be living in these cities. So it is important to note, probably if you're in that small town, kako unaita katao kadogo, by the end of 2050 will be a city. All right. So the main aims, or just to describe farming, this one is a form of agriculture. Let no one cheat you that urban farming is just for just a hobby, but this is form of agriculture because you're doing more of farming, and you're producing, you'll just get the produce out of it. And this can be actually integrated into the urban economy, because if you're doing this farming, remember, the input brings about the output, and this output will be had in the markets, and that money circulates in the economy of that city and probably goes all the way to being circulated in the whole of that country. And so there are very many aims of why people get or dive into urban farming, and one is fresh food. Remember, we've been having, for the longest time, we've been having this conversation of chakula gani mzuri ya tao. People from town complaining their food is not fresh, ama kila time you have to go for it from home. Now It's a win-win situation for people living in the urban cities and definitely wale ambao wako mashambani. As long as you have that small shamba in your place in that city that you live in, you're having fresh food. All right. So the main aim, people in the city were agitated by lack of fresh food. Ile food inakamanzita au si fresh. You have to go for it in the urban areas. But right now you can do it at the comfort of your home. You get fresh food. And the second thing is about employment. The young people are crying in the cities because remember you have two types of people in the cities. There are those who are in the city by birth. The second type of group is those in the city by bus. So hao ambao wako kwa city by bus, either they have two reasons to come into the city. One, those who came to the city by bus have two reasons as to why they're in the city. One is to look for work, and the second group is here in the city by bus to look for money. So the highest population that is in the city and is having is suffering due to unemployment, probably wale walikuja tao kutafuta job. You know, you came to town by bus to look for work. High chances you'll be very unemployed for quite a period of time. And so having this, you just live in an estate, manze una job, ama, you need some labor kidogo because probably you're not doing this as a full profession, all right? You're not doing urban farming full time. You need some labor. And definitely, if you need some labor, you'll be creating job. If you get the young people to work on your small piece of land that you have at the backyard, front yard, ama ambapo umeweka hii shamba yako, you're good to go. You've created employment. Or rather, it can be self-employment where you're living in the city, you're doing your side hustle. At the same time, you have employed yourself because you're working on that shamba, you're working on that piece of land, your backyard, your kitchen garden. Hapo mahali ambako unafanyia this urban farming, definitely you've created employment for yourself. At the same time, when you're at it, these ones actually strengthen the resilience of the climate change. What watao? Every time there's rain, before urban farming was a thing, everyone complained kunanyesha manze, sasa nitatokaje from point A to point B. You don't understand how much joy is in the up country because everyone in the up country is appreciating the rain. Everyone took rain in the urban cities as something that is as actually as a disadvantage. But right now, people practicing urban farming are taking this as an advantage. So the resilience that has been created from people practicing urban farming is amazing. So those are some of the main aims that people in the urban areas or the city dwellers are into urban farming. And so this urban farming actually covers a wide variety or wide range of activities. One, you can cultivate any type of crop in that place that you've allocated yourself in the city. Either you can do grains, you can do vegetables, you can do mushroom, which is actually young people are getting into so much. That is mushroom, and probably you can also do fruits in that small piece of land that you have around the city or around where you live in the city. You can practice. You can put different types of crops such as grains, vegetables, mushrooms, and also fruits. Apart from that, you can do rearing of animals such as poultry and fish, pigs. Hizo zote unaweza ziweka kwa city. Right now it's not about sina place manze naweza weka. I want to get into poultry, so that's distance manze, the proximity from where I can nitaweka juu kwetu si karibu because clearly you came to town by bus, so hauko karibu na nyumbani, so you don't have a place where you can actually rear animals. Worry no more. Urban farming got you because you can do wherever you are. Any place in this city, you can do this. So it's one, you either do the crops, the vegetables, mushrooms, and fruits. Two, you can do rearing of animals such as poultry, fish, or pigs. Ambacho nasikia tu kuweka, it's up to you. And because we'll be coming to how you can start this, so that's where you can do your maths, piga hesabu yako vizuri, you know what is actually favorable for you. Apart from that, you can do spices and medicinal herbs. So many people living in the cities, especially in Nairobi, have been complaining of spices. Maybe the prices are going too high, or you're not getting the varieties of the spices that you want from these local supermarkets. Sasa hiyo shida imeisha bwana. The spices that you want, unataka kuchanganya, you can do them in that small garden that you have. You can decide they are not having the varieties of spices I need, ama nilikuwa nanunua kwa hii supermarket na saa hii imefungwa, so those are the only people that stocked this kind of spices. So probably it's either you go home or go big, and you go big by starting to cultivate or plant or put this kind of spices that you are saying the varieties out, unaanza kuzipanda sasa kwa hiyo shamba yako. And this is the thing, you are complaining, probably you are complaining about the prices and all these things from the supermarkets, na wameanza kuhike because the varieties zimeanza kwenda chini, ama the quality of the spices that you're buying right now is not the same quality when you started to use the spices. Now yako sasa ni natural, no additives, nothing. It's straight from the shamba to your kitchen. You can decide it's from the kitchen and decide maybe sasa nitaacha kutumia from home, I can start dishing out to my friends and get to a point nimetoa mingi sana, it's mass production, hii yote siwezi peana. I can make some chums out of this and decide I'm going to brand this and make it mine. You know, you start branding the spices that you have, you start packaging them in a very very good way and brand them. And this is a good thing about it, you can start selling to these supermarkets ambazo hazina hii variety and the spices you're looking for. It's that easy. It's all about how you actually revolve around this process. Starts from that kitchen garden that you have all the way to you being in the business, and that automatically becomes an agribusiness for you, just like that, venturing into spices or anything. Or probably umeona right now you take advantage of COVID and decide medicinal herbs kidogo kidogo zitasaidia ku strengthen actually the health of very many people around you. Probably you can target across the country just the way you want, as long as you're doing something or you're doing in mass production. Whatever floats your boat, just do it. Okay, so this one actually, coming to urban farming, depends on the space of land available for you. And so the choice that you make for the techniques that you use depends on the space. Probably it's a backyard, front yard, or wherever you've decided around your home. So the space that you have ndio depend ile technique utatumia. Right? And so this is where you go, you take your creativity game to A level. Inakuwa ni A game, pale hakuna mchezo, because it could be a staircase garden unit whereby you just having, it's like a spiral kind of stuff. Ni spiral lakini you can actually place probably like 200 to 300 plants kwa hiyo spiral case garden units. Ni kadogo tu. Oh, moist seed beds, unaamua hiyo ndio design yako utaipiga pale nyumbani. Or probably uko na ka small ka garden ambako ulikuwa umeka grass, unaamua you know what, hii grass hainisaidii. You have pale umeweka grass mzuri, you know, some good grass that you maintained for a very long time, unaamua hii ni ya urembo, lakini ingine acha tu nijaribu kutengeneza kitu ya do, una get. So you can do anything from whatever you have. It's all about your creativity and what you have. Just work with what you have, because apart from that, you can set up any type of kitchen in you can set up any type of kitchen garden in any space around your home. Doesn't matter hata kama niko balcony, behind the kitchen, you know, behind your kitchen yako hapo nyuma tu, start from there. You can actually start from the doorstep hapo mbele tu. Probably you have a small kayad hapo hivyo. That's where you can start. There's no limitation of the space. We're talking about the balcony, either ikuwe ya nyumba ama mbele ama juu, wherever you feel comfortable, wherever you feel like you can start whatever you feel like, it's up to you. No one can force you to start urban farming, but what will push you? What is pushing you? And you talked about two main aims. Is it the fresh food, zile chakula unapata kutoka tao, or the city that you are in is not really fresh? Ama you've decided, probably you've umetolewa job, umechujwa job imekuwa ni noma, and you have nothing to do at home, and you decided, since it's gonna be a rough road ahead and tough times for you, you decide, let me cut on the cost of the food that I'm buying. I can do it from home. When you're doing urban farming, simply means see mass to find a mass production. It's up to you. You can decide you're doing urban farming because you want to cut on the cost that you use in probably buying food, and so you're using it for home consumption. Na umeamua manze, hizi venye nanunua sukuma kila siku naweza zipanda ni kwetu, natumia hapa tu kejani, nimetulia, ile kitu tunafanya ni kusiaga unga alafu tunakula na tuko fiti. So you find that the cost of the money that you using on buying food umesha cut down at a very very high range. So it's up to you to explore everything that you have, whether it's the car tires that you have. Probably most people don't sell their first cars, hata kama imenok haina engine, hautaki kuuza hiyo gari, chukua hizo tires, make something out of it. Kama ni zile dustbin umekuwa ukikuwa nazo huko nyuma, zimekuwa chafu, they are not okay, they cannot function. Now iko na kazi. Kama ni zile drums uko nazo, anything that you have in the house, umekwanga wewe ni msee wa mapati, unakwanga tu na 5 liters of sodas everywhere, you can use those. Maybe probably you are a hoarder. Ukiona mtu akona machupa nyingi kwa nyumba, that person is a hoarder. Now if you are a hoarder and you watching this, you can do something with that whatever you are hoarding. Huko kwa nyumba umeweka plastic this bottle cans mingi sana za 5 liters za soda, tumia hiyo. You can start with whatever you have. You're not limited to anything. When in semanze unaendanga kwa market unanunua vitu in sacks, vitu mingi, labda ununua unga ya ngano ama unga ya ugali ile kubwa 5 kg or 10 kg, hiyo saka hujatupa, you can use that, anything that you have. But for the plastic bag, maybe for Kenya cannot apply because right now hazitumiki, but if you're in other parts of this region, you can use those plastic bags that you have around your house and you're good to go. It's as simple as that. Your A game, just bring your A game, itengeneze ikuwe iko sawa. No one is limiting you to doing all this. Just do it pole pole tu around your home. Probably right now you're watching your home, or you're in the office. Kama uko ofisi, now just try and think about ile place uko nao hapo home, umepiga picha. Right now I'm talking to city dwellers wako hapa mbele, hao ndio wameketi hapa mbele. I'm talking to you guys. Piga picha, just fantasize of where you live right now. Probably it's a gated community, you live in an estate, you umejenga kwako, ni wewe peke yako uko hapo, but kuna mahali after you fenced your house, kuna mahali umeacha huko nyuma ya nyumba pako tu wazi tu, hakuna kitu umefanya nayo. Hapa mbele pia after ile urembo umetengeneza na maua nini, looks good, beautiful, actually beautifies your house, ama kando ya nyumba, na hakuna kitu umefanya nayo. It's just some grass that is growing there and probably unwanted plants, the weeds imejaa tu hapo hivyo. Now I'm talking to you. Ama uko hapo nyumbani, just peep outside, angalia ni wapi tunaongelea, just peep kidogo tu, angalia hapo sasa. Now there, tupige tu hesabu pole pole. Probably you're there and your parents, na uko na mtoto campus, comrades, they are suffering. These people are not okay. And you have a comrade ako shule sahi anakuambia, anashinda kikutext, and you know right now they have a reverse call, anashinda reverse call. Ukiona reverse call unajua your son or daughter is not doing really well, unajua anataka kuitisha pesa ya sapa, pocket money kidogo kidogo. Now tell him, come nyumbani, kuja tu kidogo, unaona hii place, this will be a place. Hapo utapanda ambacho unataka, whether the spices, and uze shule, whatever you want. Hapa ndio pocket money yako inatoka. So if you want pocket money, start farming from here. And that's how we are going to save each other. Probably you're there, you're actually struggling to get this money to give this comrade. That's an idea you can have. Just tell them, come plant whatever you have. You can go uza huko shule ama uza hapa around the neighborhood or the estate. The money that you get is yours. As long as the input yenye umeweka hapo ndani iko sawa, you're good to go. You are good to go. So that's one idea. And the reason why I'm actually telling you this actually depends on the input. The input that you've actually taken in when you started this urban farming depends. That cost actually depends on the input. Because as I was doing my research, I saw this lady from Dagoretti who had put the fish pond chini. Hiyo ndio the first thing ameweka. Then on top of the fish pond ameweka poultry, ameweka kuku, alafu juu ya kuku ameweka it's like a hanging garden. So the garden, whatever is coming from the garden, inasaidia kuku. Kuku wanakula, alafu from the feeds that you're getting in the water, the drop-ins zinaenda kwa fish pond. Na hii maji iko kwa fish pond ana recycle. So having such a structure needs a lot of money. So the cost of that structure will depend, or the cost of that type of urban farming depends on the input. Because right now we are talking about a fish pond, talking about source of water. Remember, you're in a city. Unajua vile ni ngori about water. Talking about having to create or actually make a structure for the poultry. Talking about the garden. All these are very, very many inputs. So they need a lot of money. But now for you, umepipa hapo nje ukaona hey, hapa na hii economy ni noma, hapa tu labda niweke skuma, niweke tu veggies, hata fruit sitaweza, niweke tu veggies. Don't worry, the estimated cost is very, very affordable. We're talking about probably a minimum or maximum of a maximum of 5,000 Kenya shillings. The kitchen garden you have, atujiongelelea how the size of it. As long as it's a kitchen garden, hautatumia more than 1,000. Imagine just 5,000 Kenya shillings, you're good to go to start a kitchen garden. So today we are just going to focus on how to actually, what you can do in that kitchen garden. And not just the kitchen garden, talking about mahali ambapo probably mahali tu kuna kashamba, and mahali umeiwacha wazi, it's either kuna nyasi ama kuna unwanted plants. Those are the weeds. So we are talking about that place where you can put the vegetables. All right? So uko nako ka place kako. Now imagine you just need 5,000 to start you off. And probably you're there perhaps seated unashanga. Sasa hii, how can we make it possible? Where do I start? Who do I even go to? Okay, sawa umeniambia tuanze na it's doable. Sasa mimi nitaanza aje? I don't even have a knowledge of farming. I don't know where to start. I don't know what is entailed in farming. I actually have no idea. Mimi nilijenga tu nikaona hii nyasi hata sijui iko tu sawa, ni urembo tu, ni sawa tu. Weeds zikikuwa kubwa tunakata. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to start. That's why I'm telling you, worry no more. Because right here at A Farmers, we can cover you and we got you. Because we can help you from the start to the stop, or to where you think now you can do it by yourself. Talking about testing the soil, we've got you. We have experts who can help you in that. Wanakuambia hii soil hiyo huwezi weka hii kwanza wacha tuitengeneze namna hii, all that. Talking about what can you plant, unasema sasa hii mchanga yangu umesema iko hivi, pH iko hivi, sasa naweza weka nini? We can help you with that. You say now how am I going to do it? I am mimi bontao, mimi sijui mambo ya kulima, sijui shika jembe, so how am I going to do it? How do we even farm? Don't worry, we can help you. So probably you're there thinking, you're having all these thoughts, zimekugonga, zimekubombard, and you don't know what to do. Now you know what to do. Hapo tu kwa comments, andika hapo useme I am so and so, this is what I want to do, this is what I can do, this is my plan, ama I don't know where to start. Just whatever you have. Is it a problem? Is it you've ever tried and it failed zikakufa zote, ama you there stuck, you started probably ulianza last week juu uliona mvuka sema ni kitu naweza anza, ama ulianza wakati wa covid and you're like hey, it's not taking me anywhere, even for the home consumption hainisaidii. You're there seated and you're thinking, I think this is a great idea, I can start it. Drop the comments, tell us the location. We can work with the location, even with the limitation of the cessation of movement. We can work these logistics out. Just drop that comment, let us know what kind of help we can offer to you. Or probably umesema sasa hii shida ni kubwa, ni kama hamtanielewa kwa comment because I don't want to be wordy. Don't worry. We have a number that you can call, a direct line that you can call, and someone at the end of that line will be gladly willing to help you according to the problem that you have and offer solutions, because right here at A Farmers we give you affordable, our prices are very affordable, and our quality or our services are of high quality. So the direct line that you can call, and it's just running on the screen right now, it's 0700 288 185. The direct line, and I know it's running on your screen, sijui kama unaiona iko hapo chini. It's 0700 288 185. So kama umetujoin sahi, the direct line, you can hear me, unaiona ina run hapo kwa screen, 0700 288 185. Just dial that number, someone will be on the other side of the line to help you, very willing. Atakusaidia. Unasikia hii shida yangu hii, nikicomment hii hamtaelewa, hii kizungu kiasi tricky, probably you actually need more help, or you want to just talk to the people around here at A Farmers. We have so very many experts who can help you. Probably you don't know the pH of the soil that you, of the where you actually live in. Don't worry, we got you covered, we can help you. So usikwame hapo ukijiambia sasa hii ni idea poa, this one I can do it, but I don't know how to do it. How is it doable? Is it something I can do? Usikwame hapo. A Farmers got you. We can help you from the start. We are talking about tunaweza kuja kwa hiyo those unwanted weeds tunazitoa, tunaanza mwanzo, we test the soil, we tell you what you can plant. Tunakwambia hii ukiweka sahi, you have the market. Tumeangalia around, tumeassess, hapa utapata market. You have a gated community. Hata hapa mkifungiwa mambo ya cessation of movement hakuna kutoka, uko tu sawa. You'll get your profits, because right here at A Farmers, it's where you attain knowledge and grow your profits. So remember, our prices are very affordable and our services of high quality. So when you come back after this break, we'll be talking about how actually to start, the steps of what you can follow so that you have the best of the kitchen garden around your home. So all that after this short break. Mic check. Unanisikia? Is my sound okay?
Stand by in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. You are on air.
Join me, Conrad Kibe, on the Farm Drive every weekday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. right here on A Farmers Media, where we tell you the story of an African farmer. We give you COVID-19 updates, and most interestingly, we give you the pan of the day. Follow us on all our social media platforms at A Farmers with a Z at the end on Facebook, and definitely A Farmers Media on YouTube. See you there. Allah. Allah. Allah.
As we quickly progress from agriculture to agribusiness, market is key. Join us every Wednesday as we bring to you Market Watch, a show that covers candid discussions regarding the state of the market. Tune in and let's turn our farms into businesses.
Welcome back to A Farmers Media, right here where we have the Farm Drive show with me, Conrad Kibe, and you can see it's 3:45 p.m. right here, East African time. And definitely today we have a very interesting conversation. As I said when we began, we are talking about something that is in every conversation, talking about food security, talking about anything pertaining agriculture. Anywhere around this world, people are talking about urban farming. And probably if this is your first time to watch this show, or this is your first time to get into this page, tafadhali just take a few seconds, angalia kama like hii page, subscribe pale kwa YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, that is A Farmers Media Kenya, cheza na hiyo kitu ya subscription button, hiyo red, cheza nayo hadi fade. Cheza, ukiona imefade wewe juu umesubscribe. Also, and as you're doing that, you checking that kama umelike page na kama umesubscribe ukacheza na hiyo kitu ya red hadi ikakuwa imefade. My director can be playing some videos of the types of urban farming that you can have. You're talking about the spiral stair garden units ambazo unaweza cheza, and these spiral garden units unaweza weka more than 200 plants or 300 plants. Kuna zingine zinaitwa tower farming system ambazo almost the same, zinakuwa tu refu lakini spiral tu, can put almost even 400 plants. Those are some of the examples that you can use when you're doing this type of urban farming. So all the plants that you want, kama ni kales, kama ni whatever you have, whatever you feel floats your boat, fine, because we've said here, no limitation, creativity, top notch, A game. So as you're watching those videos, cheza na hiyo subscription. Kama uko YouTube, tafadhali subscribe tu hapo chini, like, comment, share, subscribe, tumia watu wako, waambie urban farming. Sasa leo tunatesa hii town. Hii town lazima watu wajue sisi ni wakulima. So send to your friends who are farmers and who think they have been talking, wamekuwa wakiongea big wakisema mimi ile siku nitapata shamba. Mimi nimeomoka hivyo. So waambie unaweza omoka ukiwa hapo nyumbani. Tell them you can whatever they have around the city, they can omoka with that whatever they have. Hapo tu wameweka, wanasema wanataka kuomoka, they just talking big but they are not doing anything. Sasa wanajitetea, wanasema ni cessation of movement. Kwetu ni Eldoret, siwezi fika saa hii, so siwezi pata shamba. Waambie shamba inaanza hapo nyumbani. So types of urban farming that you can do wherever you are at home. Remember, this is all about any heavily populated city anywhere across this world. Abuja, Lagos, South Africa, hizo towns zote, Joburg, all those towns, New York, Chicago, all these towns, hapa Nairobi, Nakuru, Kitengela, Machakos, all these, as long as it's having a large population and you get into planting or cultivating any non-food products, vegetables, fruits, mushroom, spices, poultry, fish, hizo zote, as long as you're doing that in these largely populated towns or cities, you are into urban farming. And this is a conversation that is all around. So before we go to how all the steps on how to start urban farming, we have a very very simple question for you, na unaweza ipata pale kwa our Facebook live. Remember, you're streaming live on our Facebook page, that is A Farmers with a Z at the end. Unaweza ipata pale, and the question is, would you consider doing urban farming? Wewe uko pale, you're city dweller, you're there thinking, sasa nimesikia hivi vitu zote umesema ni mahali kuna watu wengi. Now you as a city dweller, you live in the city, would you consider this and decide probably will be a source of income, a side hustle for me, instead of my compound looking all green, hakuna si green productive, ni weeds tu konazo na nyasi isaidi, it's not that beautiful, haileti si maua. Will you consider urban farming as something you will do hapo nyumbani or wherever you are? So the poll is there, answer it's a yes or no. Na probably if you answer yes or no, enda pale kwa comments tuambie yes, I will consider, these are my reasons, or say no, I wouldn't consider because of, state your reasons there, and we shall be reading your feedback as we continue with the show. And so straight to how to start an urban farm. We've talked about now the first thing, you just know you're living in a city or a town. As long as iko na watu wengi, you may qualify to do urban farming. All right? So the first things first, we are talking about, when we started the show, we talked about two types of people who are in the city. One, wale ambao walikuja kufanya nini? Kutafuta pesa. Wengine walikuja kufanya nini? Kutafuta kazi. But apart from that, we have the second lot, which is you came to the city by birth, na wale wengine by birth. You're born in the city, you know nothing to do with farming. Hakuna kitu unajua wewe farming ile umeiona karibu ni kwa TV, so you know nothing about jembes and all this, hauna hata idea. So the first thing that will help you is find training. Just be trained about these things, be trained, and we got you. Anything you want, training, hizi vitu zote tuko nazo. We are here because us as A Farmers, we want you to attain knowledge and definitely grow your profits, because you're inputting, umeweka 5,000 manze, lazima zilete profits. So kama unataka zilete profits, you need to attain knowledge, and here at A Farmers, that's all we stand for. As A Farmers Media, we stand for, we tell the story of an African farmer, and you are the African farmer. But A Farmers as a whole, as a family, we're talking about attaining knowledge and growing profits, period. So you attain your knowledge, you grow your profits, and we tell your story. It's as simple as that. So we can help you find that or attain that knowledge. So that's the first thing you need to do. Attain your knowledge, find training, jua how to test your soil, what is your pH of the soil, what can I grow, Probably you're in a city where your soil kidogo tricky, or you are in a city where you're the first person to identify a certain product can be grown there. Unafika pale, watu wa farmers wamefika pale, expert wanakwambia hii ungefanya 10 years ago, wewe ungekuwa chief wa hii area, ungekuwa umetesa watu. But don't worry, there's no limitation of time. As long as wamekwambia unaweza kuwa chief, there are other 10 years you can do that, and you start whatever product they'll tell you, because they will help you attain knowledge, because they want you to grow your profits. All right, so you need to attain knowledge and just know how to do it, especially if you are a born tao, you know nothing about farming. It's good that you attain this knowledge and know what to do and how to actually take care of your land every single time. Right? After sasa umesha attain knowledge, umejua sasa mtu anashikanga jembe namna hii, unalima namna hii, lazima uweke hivi, what kind of rains you need to actually target all this knowledge uko nayo sasa. And now you go to the second part of how to grow your profits. Now before you get to that part, because you have to work hard to actually attain your profits, for your profits to grow, hii 5,000 manze umekelea si mchezo. With this economy, just checking 5,000 for something that you just imagine, you know, you've been told, sawa uko na hiyo knowledge, mtu anakwambia from a theoretical point of view that hapa ukiweka kunde, hapa ukiweka veggies, you can actually get 20,000. Huyu ni msee amekwambia from a theoretical part of view. Sawa, utakuja hapo uangalie, tunakwambia ndio hizi kunde zetu zimetake 3 weeks, zimeenda kwa ndio hii pesa tumepata. Still, you will not really be into it, but until you do it by yourself. And it's not easy. Every time you're talking about agriculture, every time you're talking about farming, 2 things must come up: patience and intentionality. You must be very intentional when you're starting whatever you want to do, and you must be very patient. If you are very impatient, sasa hapa ndio unaendea dosage ya patience. Unachukua yote unaweka karibu, weke overdose ya patience. You must have patience whenever it comes to farming or agriculture. And intentionality. You're very intentional. I know what I want, and you'll have no regrets. You'll have no hata losses zikikama, unajua I was intentional, manze nilikuwa najua ni vile tu kuna kitu mbaya ilienda. But if you're not intentional, you'll be a very an impatient person, and probably more often than not you'll take your L home ukiwa umetulia, L yako baridi tu pale hivyo, taking your losses ukiwa umekaa fiti. So for you to avoid that, after you attain your knowledge, before now you go to growing of your profits, create a business plan. Jua sasa hapa aka garden tutakachezaje? We have the veggies around here. Tuko na weeds. Hizi weeds tunaweza zitoa. Ile nyasi hapana. Hii iko na maua, iko na maua, so this one can brighten the compound. Alafu sasa ujue sasa hapa, remember we are talking about home kitchen garden ambako tuko nako. So here we are talking about growing of veggies, mushrooms, fruits, spices, medicinal herbs. For now we'll come to animals. Just relax. We kama unataka kufanya pigs, poultry, we'll come there. But for today, let's talk about the garden, ile ambayo unataka kufanya. So you have your weeds there, you have the grass that it's not really attractive to your house, ama ileti some oomph or some lighting to your house. Hiyo cheza now, toa. Just remove the unwanted plants and the grass yenye kufurahishi. Sasa uko nayo hapo. Sasa iangalie. Remember I told you, pick a picture, just fantasize if you're in the house, peep outside, see that place that we are talking about, the backyard, the balcony, front yard, karibu na doorstep, kando ya nyumba yako, left or right, whatever. Umeshaiangalia. So with that, it is very important to create a business plan. Jua sasa my capital or my starting cost is 5 Gs. But sasa hizi 5 Gs una breakaje hizi 5 Gs? Thao moja ni ya labor, ama utasema tu niko na watoto 4, hao wote hakuna labor, wanakula, nyumba ni yangu, chakula ni yangu, so hakuna labor. Hapo labor unasema sifanyi. Mtoto amemaliza form 4, ako amemaliza class 8, huyo mwingine amemaliza na exam, hakuna kitu kama hiyo. Wakuje, we do this together. So we cut on labor and decide hata watoto wako utaweka pale ndani and they become your labor or laborers. Kila siku 6 tuko shambani, so you know how to subdivide your capital. You create that business plan. Unasema farmers walisema walinifunza, washatoa soil, wamesema hapa tunaweza weka kunde. So unapiga hesabu, unasema sasa waliniambia kunde inachukua wiki 3. So how do you plant? Ni wakati gani mzuri wa kuweka maji? When do you do this? You have your plan ready because you have already talked to the best of the best. You've already talked to farmers, wamekupatia all the knowledge that you need to grow your profits. So the only remaining thing is to create that business plan and you're good to go. Imagine just like that, you're done. Washakupatia that knowledge that you need to, washakuja wameshapiga lap pale kwa shamba yako. They have already checked what is needed, what is necessary. They have already given you the important and the most the actually what you need to understand when you're getting into your farm. So you are good to go. Usha create business plan yako pale, ushajua market aka ka gated community ketu, watu wanaendeanga vitu. Probably you are living in Westlands, unasema watu wanakimbianga hadi Kinoo kununua vitu. Sasa hapa nimereduce. Start talking to your neighbors, waambie unataka kunde, by the way wewe unakulanga kunde? Anakuambia mimi kunde nakulanga, lakini si sana juu sipati kwa soko, hakuna mahali nanunua kunde. Unamwambia worry no more, wewe nitafute after 1 month, nitakuonesha mahali naweza toa kunde. And start with what you have around. Get to know what market you have. Remember, in the city where you have a very very large population or very many people, so market ni ngumu sana ukose market ya pali huko. So we angalia cheza, uangalia market ni hapa, wale ndio watu naweza target. So all that is entailed in your business plan. You know what to do, where to actually get everything. We're talking about seedlings. Kama ni seedlings, farmers walikusaidia, si walikupatia seedlings. So hiyo umeweka ushaweka tick pale, unajua seedlings naweza toa. Farmer waliniambia wako na seedlings. Nini nyingine? Maji niko na tanks huku juu, naweza toa maji, naingia huko ndani. You're good. You have your business plan in check. That is very important, so that you get to know where every coin of yours is going to and what ni pole. That's why they are called the steps. You must know moja isipite ingine na moja usifanye nyume ya nyingine. Everything is systematically being done. Okay, so one, you've already done your training, you've already attained your knowledge with the farmers. Ushawapigia ukawaambia sasa mimi niko na shamba yangu aka kitu, hii nyasi nataka kutoa, naweza weka. You've already called, tushaongea, our expert wako pale, washapiga assessment yao, washapiga soil testing, umeshapenda rate ya farmers, ushafry. Now ushapiga business plan yako pale, ushajua seedlings, farmers tick, labor watoto wangu tick, na baby plus kila mtu mwenye kwa hii nyumba, kama unakula, kama unalala kwa hii nyumba, wewe ni laborer tick. Ushaweka kila kitu, everything is in plan. So from there, the third thing that you need to do is, as you're doing your business plan, find out the gaps or the market opportunities. And so the gap, you realize, the example we gave, Westlands and Kinoo, you realize the people who live in Westlands actually love kunde. All right, my example here is kunde. They love kunde, but now they don't get to consume kunde often because market iko mbali kidogo. Ushapiga hiyo, ni gap already. These people love kunde, but now kushinda ukipiga lap ya Kinoo na vile huko kidogo ni tricky. Kushinda ukipiga with the expressway going on, mambo ya traffic nini and everything, people are rushing to go home, curfew and all these things. You identify that's the gap. So unajua hapo sasa pale hakuna mambo ya kwenda Kinoo tena, juu anatumia using a lot of fuel, so cancel that. traffic, watakaa sana kwa traffic, so I can sell that kunde around this estate. Tunakata hiyo cost ya wao kwenda Kinoo, na wewe ushapata market yako. Or rather, that is identifying, actually you've done two things at the same time. You've identified the gap and the market opportunities. So kula research yako vizuri, jua the place that you're living or where you want to start your urban farm. What is lacking? What are the market opportunities? Ni gap gani unaona watu wanashinda complain? Hii ukitaka enda huko. Hii ukitaka unasema this can be, it's doable here. Aka kashamba kangu naweza fanya kitu 1 or 2 3 things. All right? So probably out there you thought about ile kitu nataka kufanya, unasema hey, sasa hii sioni ikifanyika, sioni. Now you probably you started fruits, you started your veggies, ulianza kunde, ukaona we sasa hapa hata hazifiki wiki moja, zimekufa, zimelala zote. Labda unasahau kuweka maji, ama ulisahau hata you have a garden. Remember, it's just a small kitchen garden. Ulishakasahau hakuna kitu unawekanga huko. So that goes back to the reason as to why you need to be very intentional when you start all these things. You see, you need to put a lot of energy, a lot of you in it. So you need to be intentional. Unajipata ati umesahau ku water you ka small ka garden. This is because you are not intentional. Or probably zilikufa, si kukufa, zilikuwa tu zimelala. It's cross planting. Ukasema sasa hii mimi siwezi. Ikitu hata walifanya mbaya, and you give up. Patience is lacking. So these two things ukiwa nazo, wewe unasonga kama baiskeli ya kuibiwa, unakimbia kukimbia. Because now you have the patience and you're very intentional in what you do. All right? So find the gap, find the market opportunities around that place, and definitely you'll actually find that you are actually doing very well, because now you identify the gap. Now think about the place that you're living, whether you're in Lagos, Abuja, wherever you are, that town, Dar es Salaam, Dodoma, that town that you are in right now. Identify. Just try to think about the gaps that are there. Or you as a person, you can critique yourself. What do you love that you find it very hard to get around your place? And with what we've talked about, with the veggies, talking about home gardens, what can you find, or what can you actually do to help yourself and the people around you? Just give it a thought. Try and find that gap right now. And as you're finding the gap, try and find the market opportunities. Gap umesema ni sukuma. Hapa mama sukuma sio wengi kama you get. Ama unasema hapa mama sukuma ni wengi, lakini wengi wanamkanga, wanaenda hadi tao. So I can be selling to them and they have the market. You get, you have now the market opportunities. Unasema badala ya wao kuamka mapema wanaenda Marikiti, wanaenda sijui wapi kuchukua hizi sukuma, naweza wasevia hiyo cost. Mimi natengeneza yangu hapa baridi mingi, mass production, na wauzia. Jua ni mama soko ama mama sukuma, na wako na customers wengi, because every day food is a necessity. People have to have breakfast, lunch, supper, zote. Na ile ya nini ya mchana, ama ile kidogo tu, an extra one. People have to eat every single day. So unajua ule mama anakuwa na kasoko kake pale hivyo kibanda, na anakuanga na customers kila time. So enda umuulize, where do you get your kales? Where do you get your veggies? Where do you get your onions? Where do you get your nyanyas? Anakwambia mimi naamkanga asubuhi lazima niende Marikiti, sijui naenda Marikiti lazima sijui nienda. Anapiga lap asubuhi yote, anaamka 3, so that they can bring that produce to you as a consumer. So tell them we can cut that cost. Instead of you getting that lap pale usiku manzi, hapo unatokanga 8. Kitambo ulikuwa unatoka saa 4, right now unatoka 8 because of curfew, ama 7:30, so that you're able to actually be home by 8. So unatoka mapema. So nawaambia relax, unaweza kuwa tunaamka 5 yako ama 6, wewe unatulia, piga hustle yako. Jioni by the time you're getting to work, I can have your skuma or whatever you have. You've already identified the gap. The gap is this mama who sells cakes and everything anatoka mbali na hakuna watu wengine. People actually, you've actually identified the market opportunity are her customers, and so that one becomes your target, and you close that gap. As simple as that. And decide, instead of just having these kumas to myself, why not sell to people around me, but not me doing it by myself, because nikianza kusema sasa mi nauza skuma itakuwa ni tricky, because now hata ujui kukatakata hizo vitu for sale. Watu wanasema siwezi nunua skuma za huyo mtu ajui kukatakata. People are very petty out here. People can have all sorts of reason, and as they say, the customer is always right. Akisema apendi vile unakata skuma, you have. So if you identify such small things, then don't force yourself. Just go to that mama mboga, atakusaidia. Get her customers indirectly. All right. Take advantage of those customers who go to her by selling her your product directly. Nauzia consumers. All right. That's identifying a gap and making good use of the market opportunities that you have. The other one is still in the attaining knowledge, is test the soil. All right. You need to test the soil. Kwanza hii soil ya the urban cities, it's very full of contaminated things, so you need experts to come test that soil. Wajue hapa sasa hii iko na metals mingi sana, hii sidhani kama unaweza weka kitu, lakini kutoka hapa you can try something, but from hapa weka tu ile maua ulikuwa umeweka. Or probably they'll tell you this soil is good for 1 or 2 products, so you can do the managu here, you can do the kunde, whatever you have, the kales, hizo zote unaweza zifanya hapa. So testing the soil is very important, especially for a beginner, especially for a farm or a land or piece of land that has not been cultivated before. It needs a lot of work and input. Basi tumesema nani wanasaidia hapo? See, we are clear. So if you have not done all these things, testing the soil, created that business plan, you don't have knowledge about farming, as per now, you know where to go to. You can drop in the comments, Sema, I am so and so, this, I don't know anything. It's okay. It's okay. Not everyone who knows farming, but we are here for you. We can help you attain your knowledge and also grow your profit. So drop hapo kwa comments, tuambie your problem or what you have. We see how we can work with it. Don't worry about the location. We can work with the logistics. We see how we can help each other. Probably we can connect each other. Tuko wengi. It's all about helping each other. We grow with whatever small we have. We can attain the profits with the small things we have right now. And the economy is not favorable to everyone. So whatever small you have and you can find profits from it, let's help each other maximize the profits as much as we can. Because all these things, remember, we said it's circulating in the economy. Sisi kama farmers tukuje tukusaidie hiyo services unatulipa na unapata profits zako. All this money is circulating in the economy, and all of us around that area, especially if in Kitengela, around this place, Machakos, uko hapa at the river, we can help each other. And na hii pesa yote ina circulate kwa economy, and everyone is growing. Remember, it's a case of a win-win situation. We win because we love seeing farmers being helped and actually attaining that knowledge and growing as a farmer in terms of knowledge, in terms of skills, and also in terms of profits. That's our joy. And definitely you, from the other end, your joy is just knowing that I've attained this knowledge and these are the skills that I have. And probably from these skills and the knowledge I have, these are the profits I can get. So it becomes a win-win situation for everyone. And when you're at it, learn the basics of production. Unajua, because this is where most people or most starters, beginners, wale ambao hawajui anything to do with farming, this is where they struggle, because hawajui certain animals, this is how they react. This happens because you're not seeking knowledge. You're not seeking knowledge. You've not gotten to know what is supposed to be where. This particular product takes this period of time to actually uh, to be out, or to be in the market, or to be harvested. So you have no knowledge about it. Mtu apandangi hivi, mtu awekangi hivi, you have not tested the soil, so you start struggling and say, watu waliniambia nifanye urban farming, nimeweka kunde, nimeweka tomatoes, nimeweka nyanya, nimeweka vitunguu, all these things, they are not doing well, they are not bringing profits. What am I not doing right? You have your answer. You never went seeking for knowledge. You don't have that knowledge, the simple basics of production. You have your pigs there, probably zote zinakufa, ama uko na kuku zote zinakufa. You don't know what yani wewe ulikuwa tu sawa, alafu all of a sudden hauja vaccinate your kuku zako, you have done nothing. So now you know, if you're there and you've tried all these things, uliweka managu yako, uliweka kunde, whatever you had in your small home kitchen garden, you tried all these things and they never worked. Now you know why they never worked. Go back, get that gap that you had, that is a lack of that knowledge about the basics of production, and now you'll be good to go. And why at it? Ensure food safety. Especially now, umeshatoa hiyo seedling from a farmers, umeipeleka kwenye shamba lako, you've already prepared it. We're talking about kunde here. Umetoa hiyo seedling, umepeleka pale, you've done everything, talking about watering, umeiweka vizuri, everything you've done it so well. Now it comes to harvesting and now transporting to the market. That one should be very, very important. From the start to the market. From where you're getting the seedlings from here, probably uko na gari yako, so you have your transport, you can come for the seedlings from here, and now you take it to the shamba and out to the market. Make sure that system is seamless. Nothing is failing. Everything is working as very, very well, so that at the end of the harvest, manze usichukue eli yako nyumbani ukimbie nayo. You'll have everything, and everything for you will be going so well. So make sure the food is safely delivered from right here when you take your seedlings to the shamba or the home garden that you have, and now from the home garden hadi kwa consumer. Talking about the seedling, unaipeleka kwa shamba yako, unahakikisha ule mama mboga umepatia hizo kunde ziko sawa, so that akiuzia customers wake wasimhepe. Okay, so ensure there is that food safety every time you deliver all these feeds. All right, so those are some of the steps that you need to ensure, very, very key steps that you need to ensure you actually following them to the latter, so that you have your profits and you're doing well when it comes to urban farming wherever you are in the city. So when you come back after this break, as you're thinking about how to actually call a farmers and write those comments and now start urban farming from wherever you are around this world, let's take a short break. When we come back, it's all about ile kipindi cha Lala Salama, the pan of the day, and definitely weather updates. Najua sasa hivi Friday, there are a lot of rains. Remember, you're in the long rains, so you need to be advised accordingly. So we'll be coming back with the weather updates from various cities and towns around this country. Don't go anywhere. We shall be right back after this short break.
Majina ni Emmanuel Lelei ama Lelei kwenye Facebook. Mimi nashughulika na drip installation, na hiyo ndio kazi ambayo tunaifanya. Kwanza kabisa ningependa kuwashukuru African Farmers Club kwa huu wakati ambao wameweza kunialika katika ofisi yao. Ningependa kusema ya kwamba venye nimeweza kualikwa mahali hapa, mimi ningesema ya kwamba itakuwa ni ushirikiano ulio mwema baina ya Drip Irrigation, Tips Hub na Africa Farmers Club. Nimekuwa nafanya hii kazi kwa muda mrefu. So far niko na 6 years kwa mambo na installation of drip, na kazi yenyewe ni nzuri, ninaipenda. Kitu ambacho ningependa kuwahimiza wananchi, hakuna mtu unaweza ukafanya kitu kama hujaweza kuipenda mwenyewe. So mimi napenda kazi yangu, kazi ambayo naifanya naipenda, na ndio sababu nimeweza kutilia maanani ama nimeweza kuweka kidogo kwenye kazi ambayo naweza kuifanya ya drip installation. So kazi yetu tunaifanya, na leo nimeweza kupata hii nafasi ya kuweza kuwa pamoja na African Farmers Club. So ukitaka kunipata kwenye mtandao Facebook, utanipata kama Olelei Emmanuel.
0700 umeandika hiyo 288185 185